Hey there guys, so in my last video, which I just finished making like 5 minutes ago, I remember I was ragging on the ACR kind of, but mostly the CM90, both just because they shoot slowly. So why is it bad to shoot slowly in this game? The reason is because of Stalker. So basically what Stalker does, it's a green perk in it's perk 3, perk slot 3. And basically when you aim down your sights, you can move laterally or you can move faster. So it's basically like having Modern Warfare 2's lightweight perk when you aim down your sights. So now think about the techniques that people use when they have a 1v1 combat kind of situation where they both see each other and then start to shoot. One thing that people do, or most commonly because most people don't know how to drop shot, is they'll strafe. So strafing, basically walking left and right, and the person has to keep up with you. That is really hard when the person has Stalker just by itself with the normal gun. But now, or it's not hard, but it's harder than if they're just standing there. But if they have Stalker, which makes them move side to side even faster, and you have a slow firing gun, if you just see your bullets are going to go all around the person because they're just going to be walking left and right, and their fast firing gun, hopefully, I'd expect they'd kill you. So that's just really why having a slow firing gun is really bad in this game. It's because of Stalker and strafing back and forth. You're never going to win a close-up battle with, like an SMG or an assault rifle. So I'm not saying don't use the ACR, use the ACR because it's a good gun, or it's a decent gun, but do not use a CM90 because that gun's a piece of crap. I know some of you might have some like minimal success with it, but you could just use a SCAR and it'd just be just as good, not better. So I'm gonna go over quickly the maps I like. So Resistance is a really good map. This is the first game I had on the map Fallen. Playing Demolition, one of my old favorite game types. This map is, I don't really like it, but I had a decent game on it, so I decided to post it. So, yeah, Resistance, that's the close range one with like the gray bricks. Dome, a really close range one. I also like that one as well, just because, it's so fast paced. Lots of these maps are pretty fast paced, and it seems like that there's not a lot of room for camping. And also it's not choke point based maps, there are lots of flanking routes. The game really makes it so that the enemy team can't really get spawn trapped, which it does kind of by allowing them to spawn behind you and kill you, which can be both a curse and a blessing at sometimes. Like people have spawned right in front of me or behind me sometimes, and other times I spawn behind them. So it cuts both ways. So that's okay, I guess. And Downturn, I like that map just because no other reason than just that I'm good at it. It's okay, I guess. And Interchange, that's another map that I just like because I'm good at it. Kind of reminds me of Underpass from Modern Warfare 2, which was just a really crappy map with the whole bridge theme, but this one's a good map because I'm good at it though. And Arcaden, which is the mall area, the mall map. And that reminded me a lot of Terminal from Modern Warfare 2, which is one of my favorite maps. Just, like really clean looking, civilized, I guess you could say. And that has a fair amount of appeal to me. So, yeah, those are the maps I like. All the other ones basically crap. Let's go Death Streaks for a second. So Death Streaks, let me bring up a list of what they are. Okay, so you got Juiced, Revenge, Final Stand, Martyrdom, Dead Man's Hands, and Hollow Point. So Juiced, that's just basically your starter one, kind of like Copycat. It's, I guess if you're playing an objective game type, because it lets you run faster for like 8 seconds. So that could be useful in some objective game types. Revenge, player see the position of the last enemy to kill them. Okay, well, that's just kind of useless. And that takes 5 deaths in a row, and Juice takes 4 deaths in a row. And the next one that the Wikipedia, or Call of Duty Wikipedia list is Final Stand. So basically, you go into Final Stand for Modern Warfare 2, so everybody knows that, and 4 kills. So that's actually the tied for like the lowest amount of deaths required, and you get your primary, and you're probably going to get a kill because when you go down, the other person's not going to be expecting some sort of last stand, so you're probably going to get a kill off it. Martyrdom, drop a live frag upon death. I've been killed by that like twice in this game so far, and it was really because I just didn't expect someone to use Martyrdom. But like Modern Warfare 2, it's kind of useless, I guess. Dead Man's Hands, that takes 6 deaths in a row, so you must be like a really bad day if you get that. So you get to use this. You get to crawl around and use C4. So 6 deaths is just I'd much rather have Final Stand and have a gun instead of C4. And then hollow points gives player extra bullet damage for 1 kill only. Well, that doesn't sound good, plus a fake takes 5 deaths. So Death Streak unanimously decided Final Stand is the best one to use. So don't use any of that other crap, use Final Stand, okay? I'm trying to read my handwriting. I made a few notes here. Right, so I was going to talk about game types really quickly. I played a lot more Team Deathmatch than I thought I would. You see here I'm playing Demolition. Demolition is okay in this game. I really liked it more in Black Ops just because it was so easy to get chopper gunners and high kill streaks for me, and really to get high kills. But in this game, I found myself like kind of stuck in like 50, 60 kind of range. I'd like to get better than that, but that would mean having to use higher assault kill streaks because support doesn't really get you too many kills. And the assault kill streaks are hard to get because there's really some gaps you have to bridge here. There's like I've been just using 357 just because I've been getting consistently good results from it. But there's other stuff higher up like the A864 helicopter, the Pavlo, but they all just seem kind of hard to get. Probably next Prestige, when I Prestige, I'll probably try to get some of those higher ones. But for now, I'm just gonna finish using the Radar, Predator, and Attack Helicopter. Radar, you can just get those pretty easily, so and it also really helps to know where the enemy is. If you saw like my like second video or third video ever when I talk about the importance of the spy plane and Black Ops and Hardline, I made a really big deal out of that, how you get a spy plane after 2 kills and how important is that. Like all these reasons, it's all planned out. But this game, is still just as useful. Like I said in my other video, or did I? I've been using what's that called? Like Quick Draw Pro instead of using Hardline. So I don't get the UAV after 2 kills. I get it after 3, but it's really not too big of a deal. Predator Missile, it's really good in this game because the spawns are also kind of funky. It seems like people cluster around a lot in this game, and you'll find yourself getting some multi-kills, some triple kills, doubles, with more regularity, I guess, than Modern Warfare 2. So if you get a double kill from your Predator Missile, you have your helicopter already. And this is not the same attack helicopter from Modern Warfare 2. This thing is good, at least on occasion. I mean, I've been killed by it sometimes, but more so the thing is that I've gotten some really good games, and there's some maps that just tend to get you more kills. The open ones, some of those maps like Dome, you get a lot of kills with the attack helicopter, but Interchange, you get a crazy amount of kills with the attack helicopter. It reminds me of the Harrier from Modern Warfare 2 when it was doing well. Just every time you hear the bzzz noise of the machine gun, you get a kill. That sometimes happens with the attack helicopter. So open maps, the attack helicopter is actually really good, only 7 kills, and the jump from 357, it makes perfect sense. The Call of Duty 4 kill streaks, the originals, basically, except replace artillery replace the airstrike with Predator Missile. Just a really effective set because I don't really like to use the support kill streaks because I'm going for lots of kills, and the support some of the perks it has that you don't have to get the kills in a row. But I really like how my assault set has it's kind of low in comparison to having to get 18 kills to get the airdrop and everything. So yes, that's my rationale for using these kill streaks. But it seems like every game someone using the support class will get the advanced UAV, and then they'll get the stealth bomber, and it seems like the stealth bomber gets a lot of kills in this game. Like it always gets like 3 or 4 at least. So stealth bomber is one of the perks, 14 kills. They don't know when it's going to come, and it's really good in objective game types. You just get to completely sweep an objective if there are a lot of guys near it. So that's good. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with mine, but it is hard to get the other higher assault ones like A864 whatever and Pavlo. Okay, so game type, my game type, Team Defender, Demolition, Team Deathmatch. We'll see where I go from there. I'll probably try some other stuff, but I like the new ones that they've added. It seems like there's a real team component to it, like Team Defender, I think. Like some of the other ones just seem to be kind of lone wolf, but and not to say that this game isn't, but Team Defender, it seems like people actually do try to work together, and same with Kill Confirmed, and that's just kind of interesting to see. It's something that when I played Battlefield 2, Bad Company, for a little bit, that's something I noticed was the team component, the team dynamic, and it kind of has that. It kind of has the whole team thing, and that's kind of nice to see. It's refreshing in a Call of Duty game, where normally it's just all about the individual and doing well, which is of course good. So attachments, Well, you see I use red dots on a lot of my assault rifles, and that is because, well, on some guns, it actually takes shorter time to look down a red dot than to look down the iron sight. My prime example being the CM90, that piece of crap. Because the CM90, when you don't have the red dot, like I mentioned in my other video, it takes like a whole second or 2 seconds to like aim down the sight. And plus it does this weird thing where it kind of zooms in, so it also kind of disorients you, and that's not really what you want to do or want to have, just being disoriented when you start a firefight. So yeah, I recommend red dots on most of these rifles. I haven't done like any stealthy stuff with like silencers or anything. I don't know, just really, they all just seem kind of okay. I think the heartbeat sensor has some potential, but I'm just kind of opposed to it in general. And I've seen that not a lot of people are using it also, and I don't think that's because just that they don't have it. I think that's because it's kind of like a moral dignity thing not to use a heartbeat sensor, which I like. Otherwise, everyone would have to use the assassin as their second perk to hide them from the heartbeat sensor. So I'm glad that people are just kind of having this like silent rule, I guess. That's nice to see. And but really, just attachments, kind of like red dot sight, and some guns you can put on like certain attachments that cater to it. But just in general, for my assault rifle classes, I'll use a red dot sight, and I'll use the thing that reduces kick, which is just the kick reduction perk, or the gun perk, and that just works pretty well for me. So let's go kill streaks. Sorry to do that. So secondary, I'm not sure if I talked about secondary. If I go again, it's gonna be kind of, I talk about the same thing, but it's gonna be weird. But secondaries, stay away from the pistols. The pistols are horrible. What do you want to take? You want to take an FMG9 or you want to take an MP9. So those are the two starting machine pistols, and they are both very good akimbo. Not by themselves are they good, but when you have two of them, they're really, really good akimbo. And I've been using steady aim just to get challenges and get points, so they're even better. But mostly I've used the MP9 and haven't really used the FMG9, but when I pick it up and when I see other people use it, it's really good. So FMG9, it shoots slower, I think, but it's more accurate hip fire. When I had steady aim on it, it really looked like I could actually aim it completely, which was interesting. MP9 shoots faster, really reminds me of the G18s actually from Modern Warfare 2, which is always a good thing to be compared to G18s. MP9, so good clip capacity. I think they're both around probably like 32 or something like that. And just close range, they're much better than they can kill them someone with an assault rifle faster. So akimbo machine pistols. I think I've unlocked the Scorpion and the G18s, but the G18s, they greatly reduce the ammo capacity in them. So it's like something like 15 shots. So when you have a fast shooting gun like the G18, you don't really want to be reloading a lot like that because the clip capacity is so small. So you see they kind of nerf them down or tone them down for Modern Warfare 2 because arguably the best secondary in Modern Warfare 2 is the G18s. Or mostly just because of the clip capacity, rate of fire, damage output, and if you don't compare it to like the shotguns, it was the best. Well, just in my opinion, it was the best gun. I used them quite a bit, and the akimbo MP9s and FMG9s actually have some range on them, so you can actually use them kind of mid-range if you have steady aim. Or if you've damaged a person a lot with the assault rifle, you switch quickly to your secondary because you have Sleight of Hand Pro, and you can pull out your secondary faster, and then you can just kind of like spray around, and hopefully 1 or 2 bullets will hit the guy, and then that'll be a kill. Which is what I've done sometimes. So oh crap, this one's over too. So lost my train of thought so many times. So secondary. Use the FMG9 akimbo or use the MP9 akimbo. It's really your choice. They're both really good. If you use Sleight of Hand Pro and you'll be switching them to them a lot and relying on them a lot in close range. You really want to use Sleight of Hand Pro. I don't really think there's anything better that I've noticed. I like to be able to reload fast. I like to be able to take out my secondaries really fast. It's basically immediate when you pull out your secondaries if you have Sleight of Hand Pro. Really effective, really useful. Try those out as your secondaries. You'll get positive KDs with them, and hopefully lots of kills. You'll get some nice, spray kills with them. really good at close range because assault rifles, just in general, kind of do shoot slowly. So that's all till next time. See you guys later.